take Liam H's desk and merge it with Liana's desk.
All right, boys and girls, you should be ready in about 30 seconds. While some of you are already ready, excellent job. I'm going to have you turn and look at that funny thing over there. Wave at it and say, hi, funny thing.
Hi, funny.
It's called a swivel, and its job is to track me. So yes, that means that you will be on it. It is not being used for anything other than a teacher looking at it, okay? So if I see that you can't handle yourself, like I see some of us doing right now, making faces, waving at it, still we've already taken care of that, okay? So if you can't handle yourself, now's the time to really put on a mature 4th grade body and self and become a mime if you need to. Because if you're going to make faces at it, we can't do that. You're going to be unfocused, right? And then you're not going to remember what you're supposed to do. So I don't want to have to call you out on film either. So don't do silly things.
I told you guys that Mrs. Frank is my teacher, and she's going to use this to help other teachers learn as well. And so this is a good example for her, and I told her that I would be honored to have you guys be recorded, but if you can't handle yourself, I have a great way that we can practice tomorrow and for the rest of the week, and I have a great person we can call at home. Capiche?
We don't want to do that, right? Okay, got your black folder. You've made sure that you have your materials, and I heard a couple people ask for something, so I think they've got it. Find our new partner. I think I see them sitting next to him. Check to make sure your name's on the list. I love this, and you guys already know this strategy. If your partner wasn't here, you were supposed to come to the front of the room, and you get reassigned. So thank you to those of you who have to switch partners sometimes. All right, so what I'd like you to do is I'm going to set the timer for probably a minute, and I want you to fluency read out loud, okay, so I can come around and hear you. I want you on page 3. There is a specific reason I want you on page 3. We're going to be looking at a vocabulary word from page 3, okay? I'm going to give you a minute. Okay, ready? Go ahead. Out loud. There we go. Make sure you're on 3. Are you on 3?
Can't tell where the heart is.
And stop. So, boys and girls, go ahead and turn into your paper or your notebook, student book. And would you do me a favor and write that you stopped? We're going to call it a cold read today. I'm not going to do a hot read and a cold read. You guys don't really need it because you're professional 4th grade readers. Let's call it day 1, though. If you want, actually, let's do it. Write 110. Is today the 10th? Okay. Write 110. And then write page 3, because that's where we read from, right? Our little fluency read. And then I want you to write the word you stopped on. And I probably didn't tell you that, but again, you're smart 4th graders, so hopefully you can figure out what word you stopped on. If not, guess what? Make it up. But it must be from page 3. But I think you guys are smart enough to figure it out, okay? All right? Just write the word beside it. So, Ray, what word did you write?
Classroom.
Classroom.
It's the end of the page 3.
Perfect. It starts with an H, right? No, starts with an A. Remind me. Alex, what number or what word?
Peep, it was the one with 3 E's.
Peep. Okay. So, whatever word, you guys get it? What did I say? Get it? You say got it. Get it?
Got it.
Awesome. All right, we're going to move on. We did not write this word down yesterday as a vocabulary word that either we wanted to learn or that we wanted to use later. Now, if you are someone that wasn't here yesterday, would you do me a favor and quickly write that in on page 5, and the rest of us will just read it, and then we're going to move on. Okay? On page 5, we knew that you may or may not know the word gradually. So everybody, what is gradually? Go ahead. Slowly, little by little, without hesitation. Okay, so those of you who weren't here yesterday, I see you hurriedly writing it down. Good job. Somebody want to use it in a sentence for me? Gradually. Lyric? Gradually. Oh, are you a slow starter in the morning? So you don't like to gobble up your cereal real fast, you just kind of do.
I wake up. If it's what I would do, it would be I gradually wake up.
Oh, there you go. That's a great one too. Okay, we're going to move on. Our next job is, we've already read part of the text. Oh, and you guys, this was your exit yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Your exit was to box and underline. So check with your new neighbor. Check with your new neighbor on your box and underline. Okay, ready? Turn and talk to your new neighbor. Box and underline. Go.
Can I take a drink of water?
Not right now, because right now you're working with your partner. So are you a group of 3 here? Yes? Okay. Okay, 3, 2, back to me, and 1. Excellent job. Okay, so I'm going to have you raise your hand when it's the word to box. And what word am I boxing? Something that I'm really going to what? Focus on, right? Okay, so ready? Raise your hand. Pick the word that best defines jolt as it is used in the sentence. Okay, I saw people raise their hand for word, and I saw people raise their hand for defines. Why?
Because defines is technically saying what does it mean.
Defines is technically saying what does it mean. Agree or disagree? Agree. Okay. So then my next question is, anybody want to tell me that we need to box word? Yes or no?
No.
No? Yes. Why? It can help us with what? Which target? Which one might be better, guys? Word defines. What's your thought? That's okay. It happens to me too. Okay? Word defines. Which one's better? Is there a better? Eleanor?
Defines.
Why?
Because vocabulary is the meaning of the word, and defines also means what the word can also mean what the word means.
Do we need word boxed? Does it really matter if we boxed word? No. Does it matter if we box defines?
Yes.
Well, you guys sold me on the fact that this is really like what? What am I asking there? Defines is the what?
Meaning.
The meaning. So I feel like there's something that I'm supposed to know about meaning. What am I supposed to know about meaning? Does anybody want to show me, tell me, show me something about meaning? I'm pretty sure we know, right? It has something to do with this. Ready? Let's hear it. Go. Vocabulary is the meaning of the word right here. Okay, now what's important about that is this does not say meaning. This says defines, but Belen already said that meaning is like defines. Okay, so if you need that helpful hint, you can do that. Ray, what did you write up here?
Vocab.
Yeah, yesterday, Ray already had this figured out. He said, Miss Frink, this is a vocabulary question. Well, I know on this one he might have cheated a little bit. I don't know. Maybe he didn't see this. But in last week's class, we had him or his class write those things down. So if you were in Miss Richardson's class, we started writing down what type of question we were looking at. Because when we do that, our brains automatically start thinking, oh, well, it's a vocabulary question. So I'm usually going to find the meaning. But if I wrote main idea up there and I'm supposed to find the meaning, have I made it match? No, now I'm getting all confused because up here, if I write main idea, I'm thinking main idea, detail. It's all about. And then I look here and it says defines. Those don't match. They don't say the same words, right? Okay, so we're going to look at defines what word, guys? Everybody? Is that everybody? Everybody? Jolt. Thank you, jolt. So some of you might know what jolt is already. Some of you might know that. Others of you might not know that. Okay? Let's read the sentence, and you're going to then read our choices. Read the sentence. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
But that gonna stop Nick from trying to live in
Okay, time out. First of all, I don't feel like that was everybody, and I don't feel like it was together, so I'll do a better job of that. I've heard this a couple of times. I've heard some people say live-in. It does look like live-in, but we don't say live-in. We say liven. We're going to liven things up, okay? Just so you know, that's kind of a weird word, so I wanted to correct that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. But to liven things up. Lincoln Elementary needed a good jolt once in a while, and Nick was just the guy to deliver it. Look at your choices. Don't mark. Just like this was a passage. Look at your choices. Choice A, read it. Movement. Choice B, read it. Package. Choice C, read it. Shake. Choice D, read it. Surprise. Now, some of you are already going, well, I already know what it means, so I'm going to choose this one. Okay, don't tell me yet. Okay. Thumb up on your desk, if you think you already know what it is. Thumb up on your desk if you already know what it is. Okay. What if I don't know what it is? Can somebody give me a hint on how to go through this process? Persephone.
Substitute the word.
Okay, I could substitute the word. And by substitute, you mean I could put movement into there. Okay, good strategy. What else? Alex, what else? If I didn't know what that word meant, what else could I do? Do you have a thought, Alex? Isn't that Alex? No. Oh, thanks. He's acting like he has no clue that his name is Alex. You do? Okay. Okay. What's your thought? How did you solve this?
So I just read the sentence and the prize seemed to fit in so.
Okay, so you already think maybe it works the best for you. Ray, what's your thought?
Maybe like look around for keywords near like jolt.
Good idea. Kind of like a context clue to see if something else sparks my idea, right? Or that word makes sense in there. Okay, turn and talk to your elbow partner, please. Go. Where's a piece of paper? Notebook.
needed a good surprise. And it was just
Oh, perfect. This is for math for later.
Oh, you want to show me the face value?
Yeah, so I turn the paper like this and then they can write their numbers on there and they can make the HTML chart up there. Just it's easier. Oh, good. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Did you agree with your partner or anybody disagree with partners? Nobody's going to say they disagreed with their partner. So everybody in here knows what they're going to do, what they're going to say. Oh, we have a disagreement. Awesome. Okay, close your eyes. Real quick for me. I do a secret vote. I don't know if I did this in 4th grade yet the other day, but cover your eyes. Keep them closed. No cheating, Ray. I'm looking at you. Okay, raise your hand, one hand. Eyeball should be covered, Mr. Solis. Right? Close. Raise your hand if you like A, movement. Hands down. Raise your hand if you like B, package. Hands down. Raise your hand if you like C, shake. Hands down. Raise your hand if you like D, surprise. Hands down. Eyeballs open. All right, there were 2 of them. Nobody picked package. Oh, and nobody picked shake. No, oh, did you like movement or package, I mean? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, because it's okay if you do. All right, so we have movement and we have surprise. So, anybody want to be brave and talk about why they like movement? Why do we like movement? There was more than one person that picked movement. Nobody wants to say anything. Nobody's going to be brave. Okay, let me see if I can figure it out. What didn't, blah, but that didn't stop Nick. He needed a good movement once in a while, and Nick was just the guy to deliver it. Could movement work in that sentence if I did what you guys told me to do and substitute the word? Yeah. If Lincoln Elementary needed a good movement once in a while, right? So I agree. Does that work? Okay. Okay, let me see about surprise. Lincoln Elementary needed a good surprise once in a while. Does that work? Yeah. Okay, so I can agree that if I use the method that you told me, substituting it in, that either of those work. So now you need to convince me because I can go with movement, absolutely. Let me see. Who did I not pick on yesterday? Anna. Anna, sweet Anna. She was so excited to come again today. Anna, which one did you choose and why?
I chose surprise because in Lyman, you could probably, like, maybe he's the guy to, like, cheer the school up.
Oh, so you chose it because of Liven, right? That kind of helped you to understand that idea. I like your thinking. And cheer him up. Who's Anthony? Okay, what's your thought?
I also chose surprise because it's like you want to give the school a little bit of surprise.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't like have much fun to it.
Oh, all right. All right. Let's see, that one's Emily. Emily, I tried to call on you yesterday. I'll call on you today.
I chose D because it's surprising is the class clown.
Surprising because you know he's kind of a clown, so you're using some of the other part of the story. Okay, what? What's your thought?
I chose D because like the class needed a little bit of a surprise.
They needed a little bit of a surprise. Do you guys know what a jolt is? If I look it up online, guess what it's going to say?
Shake.
Maybe a shake. Movement. Like a jolt or a bolt of lightning. That could be a surprise. So is it movement or is it surprise? Surprise is probably better. So I would go with surprise. Now, I loved your thinking on liven. I loved your talking about previous part in the book, because sometimes that helps you, right, you guys? Sometimes if you look at one sentence or two sentences, it's like, I don't know. I might need to go back into the book to look for some evidence to see. Okay, great job. So that's your vocabulary question. Okay, now we're going to do a read and sketch. When we do a read and sketch, I'm going to, they're pretty good at this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first one with you. I'm going to model it the way that I want you to do it. And then I'm going to let you do the next 3 on your own, and then we'll talk with your partner or your group. Does that make sense? Because you'll have 3 sections to read on your own. You good with that? Okay, here we go. Turn to page 1, please. And they had different spots marked than I did, so we'll see. I'm going to go with them. Here we go. Let's work on reading this part together because it's short, and I think you guys kind of need to work on reading together. Get your book out, friend. You're going to want both books open. A little bit faster. Page what?
1.
All right, here you go. And those of you who were gone yesterday, you're going to be able to read what the chapter's about. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, put your hand down, go. If you ask the kids and the teacher at Lincoln Elementary School to make 3 lists, all the really bad kids, all the really smart kids, and all the really good kids, good. Was Nick a troublemaker? Hard to say. One thing's for sure, Nick Allen had plenty of ideas, and he knew what to do with them. Stop. Think. Visualize. What was that part about? What was that part about? Go ahead and sketch. Go ahead and sketch right here. Part 1. And it's a really like 30-second sketch, okay? It's a 30-second sketch. So you're just sketching what you remember, what you know from the story. And then I'm going to come around and copy ideas. It's really awesome because I get to cheat every single day.
We're not artists right now.
Yep, 30 seconds. Let's go. Now you're down to probably 20. Let's go. Oh, I love it. I'm seeing some words. Oh, I like it. Okay. I'm ready to copy. Let's see. Jasmine, what do you have? Jaslyn. Jasly. Lynn. Okay, I'm thinking I'm getting what you're saying. We had the good list, right? 3 lists: good kids, smart kids, really good kids, but he would not be on any of them. I like that idea. How many of you had something like that? Good. And you're not even at the same table, so you didn't cheat off of her. Okay, and what else? Who has something else? I want to think about who didn't talk at all yesterday. You, I know you're new. I know you're new to this group. What's something else that I could add to this? I've got my 3 lists. I've got my smart kids, my bad kids, and really good kids. Anything else that you thought of while you heard that or were reading it? No?
There's no right or wrong answer.
I feel like I need something else. I feel like I need something else. You weren't here. What'd you do?
I put like a list below all of them, and I put an N above it, and I put Nick's name in it.
Okay, Nick. And who's Nick? Did anybody have a person drawn?
Yeah.
Me?
Yay. Okay, I'm going to add a person for all the me's out there. And I'm going to put like, he's kind of got a little, smirk, a devilish little grin. And if you don't know what he looks like, he's really cute on the front page, but he's not so cute on my picture, but that's okay, because I'm not an artist. Okay, are you ready? Awesome. I need you to write a sentence, short sentence for that. What's that?
Do we make a sentence of what we do?
Very good.
A support
So a
sentence.
support sentence based off of this. Would I copy every single word here? No. Lyric, great explanation. A support sentence for those 2 paragraphs. I'm going to give you 15 seconds. So go. What's that about? Real quick. Doesn't have to be a masterpiece.
Yes, and go.
All right, Ruby, would you share what you have for your sentence, please? Nick has a list of his own. That sounds like a good one. Okay. All right, I'm going to move on just for time purposes, okay? You guys are doing excellent, by the way, and I'm getting lots of different voices, so I love it. Now, don't copy what's here. Go to one time on page 1, okay? That's where you're going to start, and you're going to stop at the bottom of page 2, reading, okay? You're going to read, you're going to sketch, and you're going to write a sentence in 3 minutes? Does that seem like too fast? Too slow? I'll judge you. If I feel like most people are done, I'll give you the next section to keep going. This you're going to do on your own. Does that make sense? So you're going to, I'm going to write a little list here. You don't need to write it down. You're going to read from one time to page 2, the bottom, stop. You're going to visualize, which you already know how to do, and you're going to make a little sentence for me. Does that make sense? Any questions?
In the second box?
Right here. Yep. You got it. Set. Go ahead. 3 minutes. Oh, I like it. I hear some people whisper reading aloud. I'm going to come around, so that's a good tactic, strategy. So trying to individualize a little bit more so that way they can do more independently.
Okay.
So I'm just going to, because they know what they're doing, so I'm going to let them do that. And I give about 3 minutes. That might be too long. I told them that we'd adjust
Per
times.
box? Okay.
Is that too long?
No.
Okay.
I think while they're getting used to it now.
Okay. So,
From one time to the end of page 2.
yes. Yep. So that's about 1:30 seconds, not rushing you, but that's probably about the good space, right? So your reading should be getting close to completing, visualizing, drawing. Good job. Some people like to start with words, that's fine. Great job. Don't forget, you can go back into the book if you need some support on, gosh, what did I read? Because I gave you extra jobs. Okay, make sure you write a sentence because we have about 20 seconds left, so get us a sentence down. Even if your picture isn't done, go to a sentence so you know what it's about, that support sentence.
We might use this to review tomorrow.
Okay, pencils down, even if you're not done. Even if you're not done, because you can always go back. Okay? So, here's one here. Got a nice picture. Got a tree. What's this scribble stuff? What is that? Sand or the grass. And we've got the kids in what?
Shorts and t-shirts.
Yep, shorts, t-shirts. They were dressed up. Nick made classroom into a tropical classroom. His classroom into a tropical classroom. Was that kind of what it was about? Yeah. All right. Sounds good. You ready for the next part? I love it. You guys are individual. You guys can do these tasks on your own, and I'm loving it. Okay. So now, if you're not done with 2, because I see some people frantically trying to finish 2, okay, you can go back to it. I wouldn't start with that. I would end with that. Does that make sense? So I would go on and do number 3. If you get done here, you go back. Now I know that's a hard task for some people because some people are like, especially kids like you, you want to complete the task. You want to be done, right? Skip, go to here. Is this going to throw anybody? Start on page 3. Now, this is only 3 paragraphs, so that's why I'm saying there's going to be time. You're going to stop after the word peep. So after you read peep, I think it's the first time, stop. Okay? All right, setting the timer. Same deal. Stop at peep. Visualize sentence. Set, go. Nope, we're good. Do all that stuff. Oh. 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 She'll get there.
Like when I have her answer, I have her tell me, and then I'll say, well, nice, and this, and she's not, she's just never get her to stop talking. She's a problem. She's like the sweetest little girl ever. Castro.
Yeah. So hopefully by doing this, that acts like it's making it a little different, and then self-pacing and things like that, so it makes them feel like this is what you would do
I
in
like it
middle
too
school.
because I feel like I can go and see who's like getting it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking this might be a strategy that, and they are on task, dialed in. Good job, you guys. So you should be probably drawing, if not drawing, writing. And remember, like Ms. Schroff said earlier, don't stress if I didn't get it done. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I didn't get it done, because sometimes we feel that way. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the other great thing about this. Your thoughts may not be exactly your neighbor's thoughts, and that's okay. As long as you're not drawing cows jumping over the moon, that's when it's weird. Okay, probably starting to write or writing a sentence, describing what's happening. I like it. Some people are done with that, so they went back up to finish something on number 2. Good job. That's fine. That's fine. You know what that picture's about, right? Mm-hmm. And the other thing is you could even say something about interrupting. Like, because he's kind of like, have you ever read the book Interrupting Chicken?
No.
No. So when it's just a little picture book, and as soon as somebody starts to talk, the chicken goes, "Wah, wah." So they're always interrupting. All right. Do you have a sentence? Okay, here we go. Whoop. Okay, number 3, Nick yelling a big cheep. I think in the book it says what? Does it matter? No, we know that the person's being interrupted, right? And it's this big, wow! Where did it come from?
Don't know.
We don't know. We do know. Why did he have this visual of doing this? Why? Tell your neighbor. Why? Go. And then why? Because add on to that. Because that's a perfect yes. But why? Who had beaks like? Who had a beak? What was he copying though?
The teacher.
But not just the teacher. The who?
The blackbird.
Beautiful. So that would be adding on to his. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Who was he copying? The what? Tell me.
Red-winged blackbird.
The red-winged blackbird. And why?
Because he thought Miss Avery's nose was curved like a beak.
Yes. Sounds good, right? Anything to add on?
You know what's funny?
What?
They say in the book about the red black bird
Uh-huh.
that they don't know where they're coming from.
Uh-huh.
The teacher doesn't know where the sound is coming from.
Yeah, that's true, huh? Okay, last one, and this will be perfect timing. Your job is in the next 3 minutes is to read the rest, which is a little bit longer. Draw a picture and try to get a sentence. Okay, ready? Go. So start at Miss Avery, right? Because you stopped at Peep. So you're starting at Miss Avery. And read till the end of the chapter. Sorry, that wasn't maybe very specific. And again, it'll go faster. And you were brilliant on saying, like, you may use this tomorrow, because you will. That'll be where we start.
Yeah.
So their entry task will literally be describe your paper.
With their partner.
Yep. So you've got them all dialed in, Bailey. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Do you need help, hon?
Where do they read to?
All the way to the end. Okay, so wherever you're at. What?
We just kick kids out of class for the rest of the time, and she doesn't go and talk to them. And she's mad. I asked Kelby if she could come back in. She said no.
Well, she must be really mad.
I cannot see that kid doing that. I could see her not talking, but she's doing it today.
Yeah.
She was so nervous. It's not like she's not doing her work.
Do you want to say, Susan's in my classroom, you can go talk to her? And
I texted her and I said, we're recording right now, so I put her in the hallway. She's hysterical. Bawling. And then I was like, did she come in? She goes, that's not the point of sending to the buddy room.